There's a video trend that's making a comeback that's getting thousands and millions of views for the people that are making them. Now, my introverts may not like this answer, but it's the day in the life content.
What the fuck, y'all? God!
Now, the reason why I say my introverts may not like this is because as being one, I don't necessarily feel that I have an extraordinary life. Like, I feel like I have an ordinary, typical, maybe somewhat boring life, to be honest with you. But as I'm tracking this trend, I'm realizing that the ordinary, boring life is what's relatable, is what people are clicking on. It's content like the day in the life of a 9-to-5 person, the day in the life of a single mom, the day in the life of whoever. And those are starting to get more and more views because you're just like me. I'm just like you. We're watching what we can relate to. It's crazy, and I'm gonna break down exactly how this works because there's a video that I saw that is a day in the life of a 9-to-5 that got over 2 million views. And it is the most simplest video, but I gotta break that down. So in this video, we're gonna talk about why day in the life content is working right now. And then we're gonna go over 3 ways of how to create the day in the life content with examples. So before we dive in, check out this clip of a recent podcast that I did that breaks it down even further.
How do you develop that day in the life content when your life doesn't feel like that kind of exciting?
You just document what you do. So meaning, I'm an introvert. So 9 out of 10 times I'm in this area, I'm in front of computer screens, and that's it. The crazy thing is I think my life is boring, but other people don't, right?
Your life sounds like my life. I'm sitting right here 8 hours a day.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
But you're doing things that people wish they could. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So creating a podcast, creating any type of content, people are like, yo, show me how, right? Or how do I create it? How do I have interviews like you? How do I ask, how do you prepare? We take for granted what we do every single day because we do it every day. And it's super easy. But if we was to start documenting it and showing that simple format, do it on stories, see how it does, right? Because we as humans need to build momentum. I need to know this works before I really put all my energy to it, right? And so put it in stories, see like day in the life. Okay, boom, I'm walking my dog. Okay, maybe that doesn't get that much views, but okay, I'm about to bullet journal and write out all my tasks and how I'm feeling. And they're like, oh, you have a routine? I'm like, yeah. Like, okay. Yeah. Like, okay, I went to the sauna and cold plunge. You do that? I was like, yo, I talk about content and AI all the time. Y'all concerned about when I go to the sauna and cold plunge? That's crazy. Yeah. So it's interesting to see that what we think is not important, like it really is important to people because there's a sense of your expertise and who you are. And so you can show one only and then people feel disconnected. So if you show both, yo, I'm on the journey of making my company over 6 figures, right? But in the meantime, I gotta call my mom. Mama! Right? Yeah. Make sure she's good. I gotta go and Instacart messed up, so I gotta go to the joint over there and make yourself normal. This is where storytelling comes in. And storytelling is the key part of any brand. If we pay attention to anything right now, the ones that are killing it know how to tell stories. This is why Nike's been what they have, because they know how to tell stories. They're not selling shoes, they sell stories. Apple sells stories. And so we look at the best and be like, okay, how do I turn a problem into a story, a relatable story? And so my boring life is going to be turning into a story that can relate to somebody who lives in Oklahoma, right? Yeah. Chilling in the crib, who may only have a 1 bedroom at the time, but can see like, yo, it's not about the space, it's about the story that you tell. So now that we're more open to creating the day in the life content, let's talk about how do we do this. Example number 1 is about your title and not you. AKA the day in the life of whatever you do, whatever your expertise is, whatever you feel like talking about. So I'm gonna show you this video of a day in the life of a 9-to-5er. So what's crazy about this video, it's really simple. It's actually kind of slow, but it's so relatable. It wasn't the day in the life of John. It wasn't the day in the life of Jerry. It was a day in the life of a 9-to-5. Why? Because people can relate to a 9-to-5er or whatever your title is, whatever that you do, whatever that you're experiencing. And then it shows just different parts of what this person is doing. So I don't want you to think about, oh, I gotta just document and, you know, make it about me, the day in the life of me. No, it is about the day in the life of, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you are in a long distance relationship, if you have a certain title at your job, if you are a self-employed person. That's what it is, because that's relatable to people. So what do you do that you feel that is relatable? What are people searching? What are people looking up? What do you do that you're like, it's not that big of a deal? It's like, yo, a day in the life of a shoe collector, a day in the life of a hat collector, a day in the life of a CEO trying to make 7 figures. Whatever it is, do the day in life of that. All right, I gotta stop this video real quick because 67% of y'all are watching this video and have not subscribed. I got the analytics. I have it right here. I'll prove it to you. So do me a favor, if you're getting any kind of value from this, please hit subscribe. Please hit that bell so you don't miss any of my videos. They're only going to get better. They're only going to give you more value every single time another video drops. But let me stop. Let me get back to this video. I just wanted to show you in like data that you haven't subscribed yet, and I see you. Second example. So let me show you one about a routine.
The greatest morning routine to skyrocket your productivity. First things first, as soon as I wake up, I always drink at least 3 to 4 cups of water. Now, to set the right tone for the day, quickly make your bed. It's super important that you don't go on your phone or drink caffeine the first hour after waking up, so I like to turn off my alarms and put my phone away. Now it's time to quickly brush the fangs, and then we're getting right into our cold shower, which boosts the sympathetic nervous system and it increases cortisol levels, which will wake us up for the rest of the day. Can't forget those morning supplements. I take fish oil, zinc, vitamin D, and an electrolyte pill every morning. Before my day fully starts, I like to get at least 5 minutes of meditation in to clear my thoughts. And now I'll make a priority to-do list of 5 things that need to get done that day. It's been an hour now, so I can check my phone for any notifications and get my morning coffee. I'll wash that down with a quick breakfast, and now my day is ready to be won.
So I don't want you to get caught up in the morning routine. I want you to get caught up in the routine, because people look up routines because it's the key to success, right? And so whether you have a prayer routine, whether you have a morning routine, night routine, if you have an exercise routine, show that. Let that be what is being shown on the camera than necessarily you just talking about it. What I loved about that particular one, it had a voiceover, right? Where the first one, it just showed the person, but this one has a voiceover that we can really follow along, and it tells the story. So what routine can you show? Now, I don't want you to think like, well, everybody should know this, because they don't, okay? Even if it's as simple as, okay, step 1, I open up my bullet journal. Step 2, I create the different columns that I have. Like, make it as simple as that, because there are some people who just don't know. Example number 3. This one is about voiceovers. So let me show you the video that I'm talking about.
Welcome back to another day in the life of an adult. Saying that shit is so ghetto! I woke up with a thigh crack of dawn because it wasn't fully the ass crack. I did my skincare routine, I applied my makeup, and I got to looking spiffy for work because today was a big day. I was leading our monthly team meeting, and who asked for this? Me. I volunteered when I was feeling like an extrovert, and today I'm back to the regular, degular, schmegular, introverted I am. I hate when unshy me volunteers shy me for shit. It's one band, one mother down. Get into formation. Did you not hear Beyonce? So I went to work, sat down at my little corporate desk, did the little corporate things, crossed off my corporate to-do list, and then went to my corporate lunch before my corporate team meeting. It is sexy. I'm lying. Woo! All right, come on. It's just a presentation. It's not that big of a deal. Period. After going to my car to mentally prepare, it was time. I went, I did it, it's over, and now it's time for me to go home and work out. Now, this week went well in the gym. It's my first full week back since vacation, and I'm being fit, taking pics, doing squats. I'm feeling thick, baby. It's easier to be motivated when you have a trip coming up, but right now, the only trip I have planned is a trip to self-confidence, girl. So we gotta do what we got to do. I was so tired after work, but I have to remind myself that I wasn't tired when I was stuffing them burgers down my throat. And it actually wasn't burgers. It was mostly Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches and Cinnabons, but who's keeping track? Clearly not me. Of them calories. Oh God. Anyways, after the gym, I went home, took a shower, sat down, and it was time for me to edit my content.
So what I love about this video is that it was so relatable because I can see people be in a cubicle or at their desk working. I can see before a presentation, going into the car and kind of getting yourself together. Like, that is so relatable. But the voiceover is what narrated everything and made us understand instead of coming up with the story in our heads. And so you may not be comfortable talking in front of the camera like this, saying, hey, so today I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can just put the camera in different places, document it, and then do the voiceover later, because now people can follow along with your day. So the 3 ways that you can create day in the life content is 1, day in the life of whatever your title is, whatever your experiences or expertise is. 2, morning routine or any type of routine that you have. And 3, voiceovers. And a bonus tip, I just want you to get out of your head that you live a boring life, because you don't, right? There are people who are looking at you to be inspiration, motivation, education, that some of the things that we do that we kind of downplay is actually a really big deal to somebody else. And so please don't do a disservice by not showing what you do because you don't like it or you think it's boring, when we have to remember that our content is not for us, it's for the people. So just a random pro tip. Now, the 3 examples that I told you, which one are you going to do first? Drop that in the comments. I break this all the way down in my 2-day workshop, so don't forget to check the link in the description about that. But before you go, check this next video.